We're live, right on time too. Actually, 3 minutes early. I said 5 p.m. Pacific time, 4:57 p.m. Pacific time. Hopefully the stream doesn't die out. Hopefully the internet will stay in tune. I will do an hour live stream here, and I got chicken in the oven right now. So I got chicken wings in the oven, crispy, and make that crispy skin, and really easy to do. I just put a little bit of steak spice on those chicken wings, a little bit of olive oil and steak spice. 350, bake them for an hour and a half, sorry, because they were kind of partly frozen. Anyway, guys, pop in and say hi. And I have to do some work on my radio stuff over there. I kind of blew up my amp, which kind of sucks. Anyway, yeah, it's going to start at 5. I'm sure some of you people will tune in. Okay. A lot of wires to deal with there. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. I see we have one watcher in there. That's a good thing. It's probably Stephen from Idaho, I bet. Stephen pushes me to do these live streams on this channel. I've been kind of neglecting this channel. I did do a live stream last night, and I don't know how long I did it for. Maybe it was an hour and a half or something like that. I kind of lose track of time. But anyway, today a friend phoned me up, and he said, "Hey, Joe, do you want another yucca for your garden?" And every so often, Rob will phone me up because a piece of his yucca tree will break off. So this one kind of broke off, and we had some snow a while back, and it was kind of like hanging there. So I went over there on the way to town today, or actually on the way back from town, and he cut me off that chunk of yucca. So I planted it, and I did actually shoot a video of how to propagate yuccas. So we'll put that on, I think, tonight. Okay, so I'm gonna, oh man, this just sucks big time. Big time. Okay, take that off. Oh. A lot of stuff to unplug here. I can't freaking see. That really sucks, man. My eyes are shot. I see you had to clean the gutter. It's pouring down with rain here. Radio. Okay. Radio. There. Jesus. What a mess I made of that. Radio. The radio. Man. Pop in, everybody. We are live. Radio antenna. Just want to see what's going on here and make sure I'm live streaming on the right channel. Got to make sure I'm live streaming on the right channel here. Otherwise, we could have problems. I'm just going to make sure I switched it over to Banana JSSI. I've done that before where I'm supposed to be live streaming on one channel, but I'm actually not. So somebody let me know if I'm live streaming on the right channel. Let's just see here. I hope I am. Come on. I think I am. I think I am. I hope I am. I'm live. Okay, good. Right channel. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. I'm on the right channel. Oh, thank God. Okay. Okay. Now what I got to do is figure this out. I have to. Oh, man, what a pain in the butt this is now. Total pain in the butt. Blowing an amp up. Blowing a amp up. I did not need to do that. That sucks. I'm working on stuff here, guys. Okay. I am working on stuff here. Come on. Anybody out there? No. Good. Oh, what a mess. Okay. What a freaking mess. Freaking wires everywhere. Okay, here's the negative. God. Can't believe how much wire I got on that thing. Okay, that's good. Oh, man. Oh, what a disaster. This around here. Okay. That goes there. this on here. Texas Star. Antenna. Oh, somebody's out there. Okay, I'm going to come in. Sorry, guys. I'm doing some wiring here. Hang on. One sec, guys. Oh, man. I blew something up here. I'm coming over there, guys. Hang on. I made a mess of my amp. Oh, how annoying. Hello, everybody out there, Gem State Tropics. Sorry about that. I blew up my Texas Star amp, so I'm wiring in another amp right now so I can get out. Greetings from Boise. Did you find out what? Yeah, it wasn't the radio. It's actually the amp. So right here, this is what went. This is my amp. So this is an amp that puts out a lot of power. You see the heat sink on it. So this is a 500 watt amp, and it boosts my power. So CB radio puts out 4 watts on AM and 12 watts on sideband. This is half a kilowatt. So this is pushing lots of power through my antenna. It's kind of like when you have a high performance car, you have a lot of power in your engine. This is a lot of power coming out of my radio station. So I don't see anything wrong with the fuses, which baffles me. So maybe blew one of the pills up inside of it. But I know a person in Victoria that hopefully not. I mean, it should be able to be fixed. And I do know that Mark Elford, he comes into my live streams on Jungle Joe C. He is a techie, so hopefully he can fix it. I got this one. God, I bought this amp about 10 years ago. Texas Star are good amps. So this is a 500 high drive, not a 350 watt high drive. So, and it just really boosts your power, especially when you're talking really long distance. It if somebody's having trouble hearing you, it's kind of like hitting nitrous oxide in a high performance engine. So we'll say your engine is putting out 200 horsepower and you hit nitrous oxide and it gives you a boost of an extra 150 horsepower. Well, it's like, oh, I'm talking who's having trouble hearing me at my stock power on the radio. So I give it a little boost with this. I hit the switch and it puts on another 500 watts. So put it this way, they hear me a lot better. So anyway, I got to get that fixed. And then where's my thing here? Hang on. Let's just see. Where is that? There it is there. Okay. This one here is radio. Oh, that's the radio. Huh. Okay. Interesting. Why isn't it? Oh, I see. Okay. Hang on. Bear with me 1 minute here. Something's hooked up here. I'm kind of baffled. So annoying. Oh my God. There it is. Okay, hang on. Hang on, Stephen. Hang on, Stephen. Oh man. Are you kidding me? There. Holy diner. What a mess, man. I got so many freaking wires in there. Anyway, today I was saying I hope I can get it fixed. I don't know when I'm going to get it fixed, like the next time I'm actually in Victoria. So Wendy takes the dog in to get groomed every 6 weeks. and he's in Victoria, so it's a ferry ride away. Anyway, today a friend of mine phoned me up, and every so often he phones me up and he says, "Hey Joe, would you like a yucca?" And I go, "Yeah, I'll take another yucca." Can never have enough yuccas. And I know Rob, he grows these tree-sized yucca recurvifolia. So he's got these big tree-sized yucca in his garden. And he says what happened when we had that snow in December, a piece of it broke off. So I popped in on the way back from town and met him there. He came out with his pruning saw, and it was kind of cracked and hanging there. So he sawed it off. So he gave me the trunk on it. The one that he gave me is about this big after I skinned all the dead leaves off of it. It's a yucca recurvifolia, so a blue weeping yucca. And so I stripped all the stuff off when I got it home, all the dead leaves. And then I dug a hole with a post hole shovel about this deep and narrow. And then I just pushed it in. You just push the stalk in, you push the yucca trunk into the ground, bury it. And that's how you propagate yuccas. It's really easy. I shot a video of it. I'll try to get it uploaded tonight. And that's how I basically started all of our yuccas, is by cuttings. It's amazing how tough those things are. And they will root. They will totally root. Okay, so let's just see here now. Hang on. Radio. Oh my God. That says radio. And that was antenna. Okay. I'm going to be hooking up this other amp on here. Just want to make sure I got this right. Otherwise, that's radio. Radio. Antenna. Oh. Is that radio? Yeah, that's right. Okay. Okay. There we go. And now I got a 350. This amp I actually bought long before the other one, and it's still working. Amazing, eh? An oldie, but a goodie. Okay. There. Okay, hooked her back up and push that back there. That does suck. Okay, straighten that out. Now I got a 350 horsepower amp on there. And when I say 350 horsepower, I mean 350 watts, right? Even though they grow flawless here, I can never find Yucca rostratus. You know what? They're hard to find here too, but people do grow them. Yucca rostrata are, yeah, same with Yucca gloriosa, same thing. So there's lots of Yucca rostrata on our coast, but they're hard to find in the nursery. They really are. Now, I had a friend that was selling a bunch of them one time. He was a Palm Society guy, and I'm still kicking myself for this. I was at one of the Palm Society barbecues at his place on the mainland, just across the water. And matter of fact, it's the first town you hit when you get off the ferry, you come to a town called Tsawwassen. So it's about 20 from here to the ferry crosses. I don't know, it's 25 miles or something like that, maybe close to 25 miles away, just to the other side. And then you drive another maybe 5 miles, something like that. And you're in this town of Tsawwassen. And he had these yuccas for sale, these rostrata, all different sizes, but with this size of trunk, he was selling them for 40, I think it was 40 or 45 bucks. Nice trunks, and about, and then they had the stuff on top of them, the leaves. But because I walked on the ferry that day to go to the Palm Society barbecue, this was like, God, probably had to have been 10 years ago, more than 10 years ago. I've been with Wendy 11 years, so it had to have been 12 years ago. So I get over there. My friend picks me up at the ferry, takes me over to the barbecue with the Palm Society members there and all that. It was awesome. It was like a luau. The guy's garden was absolutely amazing. A forest of timber bamboo in his backyard. I think he had like a half acre there. The bamboo had trunks on it like this, and it was like, like 50 feet tall. So he had this grove of that. He had tons of palm trees. He brought in some local Hawaiian singers. So they had doing the hula, they had their ukuleles. It was a luau. He had actually did a pig in the pit. So he did like the luau pig and pulled pork pig. So I'm looking at these rostratas, and I said, I just couldn't bring one back with me because I was walking on. I said, I'll get one next time. Next time I'm over, I'll get one. Well, guess what? The next time I was over there, they're all gone. And then I've never seen them since. And I thought 40, 45 bucks is actually a pretty good deal for Yucca rostrata, right? That's a very good deal. And I don't know of any on Salt Spring Island. Oh no, I do. I do. There's actually some down the road from me. They are actually, there's two of them right across from Portlock Park, and she planted them small. I think probably about maybe 6 years ago or so, and they got little trunks on them now. They're looking good. Wow, cool story. And the yuccas are great. Trying new hardy cactus this year. My super mule palm. Why it looks super suspect. Had it for 3 years. Yeah, mine didn't look very good either. I was looking at my mule palm today. It's alive, but it didn't look very good. Joshua tree survive in Canada? Yes. Yucca brevifolia do, because I had one, but it did actually peter out. And it wasn't from winter. It's just the growing location. I had it under a big fir tree, and I grew it from seed and got the seed collected from Joshua Tree Park in California. Right? So yes, Joshua Tree are hardy enough. The key with Joshua Tree is to grow them in very fast draining soil. You have to plant them in fast draining soil, or they will be frickin' toast. Right? They're gonna rot. Now let's just see something here. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, I'm gonna test this out after, and I just hope that it works. I hope that it works. Yes. Okay. I think it's gonna work. It better work. There are massive Joshua trees. Really? No way. That is awesome. That is so cool in Idaho. See, they're very hardy trees. Jeff, yeah. So mine was not that big. It had a trunk on it about like this, and it was just tiny. Oh, Puncha Stricta. Yeah, there's some very cold hardy. Hey, Sander, how's it going? Good to see you in there. Actually, where Wendy is right now, Wendy's up in near Soyuz. She's in Oliver visiting her aunt on the lake, and there's native cactus up there. They can grow lots of cactus up there. So Oliver is in southern BC, close to the U.S. border, and the other side of the border in Washington is called Oroville, Washington. And I know in Oroville, Washington, there are two massive Yucca elata planted in the early 60s. And I first had photos brought to me in the early 1990s when my buddy Phil went down there, and he took pictures of them, and he talked to the owners. And he brought me these photos back, and he says, Joe, what do you think of these yuccas? And they were big. They were really big back then, and they're even larger now, because that was over 30 years ago. And the people brought them back and planted them they brought them back from Arizona and planted them in their garden in Oroville, Washington. They're huge. I can find the yucca colored guards, maybe. Oh yeah, cool, man. That's so cool. You guys are growing Joshua tree there. Big ones too. That is very, very awesome. So I don't know what the cold hardiness is on a yucca brevifolia. They have to be very cold hardy. That's for sure. But it's like with most desert plants, they like really fast draining soil. So you could have a cactus that's hardy to minus 30 degrees Celsius, but it can still get root rot in a wet climate in poor draining soil. So drainage is essential. Hello, cool. I want Northwest cactus. Yeah, we have Northwest cactus on our island. I can send you a picture of Instagram. Oh, cool. Do it. Yeah, that would be so cool. Thanks, Stephen. Love it. Love Joshua trees. But that's another thing. You're not going to see Joshua trees up here, but you will see lots of Yucca rostrata. You will see some Yucca elata. There's a big old Yucca elata growing in on Lulu Island, which is Richmond, and it was planted eons ago, I think back in the 70s, and it's growing in front of a doctor's office or a dental office in Richmond, where I used to live, Lulu Island. And that's like you just take a bridge over from Vancouver to get to Richmond, and it's right by the ocean, right? Oh, you just sent a photo. Okay, let me check it out. Let me just check. I got my other computer on, Stephen. I got my other computer. Let's just see. Message. Stephen sent a message. Holy cow. That is a freaking crazy looking yucca. Look at that. And that's in Idaho. Holy man. I'm going to put very. That is freaking awesome. Holy. I had no idea they grew that big there. I'm going to blow that picture up here. Whoa. Man. That thing's insane. Holy jeez. You got to post that on people who love palm trees and exotic plants. That is unreal. I had no idea, man. Sandor, it is unreal, man. Hey, I'll tag you in it. I can tag you in it. Hang on. Where am I here? I'll put, and I'm going to put at Sandor, right? Maybe hopefully Or you're friends with Steven on there, right? Sandor. I don't know if you're going to get it that way. I don't know how to. Yeah, it's not working. You might have to share it with Sandor too. How can I share that? Let's see. Can I share it? No. I like it. I don't know how to share it. Hang on. Man, dang! I'm going to copy that picture and can I post that on my group? I'm going to post that on my group. I'm going to say picture taken by Stephen in Idaho. People would like to see that one. Okay, I'm going to post that on people who love palm trees and exotic plants. I don't know if you're in that group, Stephen. I've lost track of whose group. There's like, I mean, close to 20,000 people in there now. I'm going to say my friend Stephen in Idaho just sent me this pic of a It is a beauty. Okay, I'm posting it for you, Stephen. Okay, yeah, Sanders on Instagram. Paste. Why can't I do it? Why isn't it? What? Why doesn't it do it? Okay, hang on. Copy image. Oh, that's weird. It will not let me paste it. Why is that? Paste. There we go. There we go. My friend Stephen in Idaho just sent me this pic of a Joshua tree in his area. It is a beauty. That is beautiful, man. Okay, we'll see. We'll get some comments on that one. Yeah. Oh, you want to see the group? Okay, here we go. It's called People Who Love Palm Trees and Exotic Plants. It's on Facebook. Okay, so People Who Love Palm Trees and Exotic Plants is a Facebook group that I started about 5 years ago. And there's a lot of there's 19,200 and something members now. So there's a lot of members in that group from all over the world that post stuff. I didn't think it would take off that big, but anyway, I just posted your pic in there. Yeah. So anyway, I do have gardening groups on Facebook. I have a bunch of exotic plant groups, a few of them anyway. That is cool. Yeah, send that to Sander. Have you ever heard of Yeah, I have it. I think I have one growing in the back of our house here, a small one. Somebody gave me a seedling about a couple of years ago, and it's not a very big tree. It's like it's a very exotic looking tree. Yeah. So I'll have to shoot a video of it one time, and you tell me because that's what I think it is. Jim, good to see you in there. You made it, Jim from Minnesota. This is my other channel. Oh, I just unplugged my amp. So Jim, there's my amp. There's my Texas Star. So next time I'm over there, I'll see if I can take it to Mark and maybe he can work it. So something's definitely gone afoul with it. And I do have my Texas Star 350 high drive hooked up now to the RCI 2980 WX. I do have a few extra amps, but nothing as powerful as this one. This was my bad boy amp that got me out really well to those far off stations. But you know what? I can still kind of get out barefoot. And I do have my RCI 2972, which does put out 200 whiskeys on that on a side band. First time visitor. Is this the first time? You're kidding me. I've had this YouTube channel for a long time, man. 2010 I started this one. My first YouTube channel was 2008, but I haven't put videos on there since 2010 because then I started this one, right? So what happened? I kind of got locked out of my other YouTube channel. I could never get back in, my very first one. So I just started this one. I started this one in early July 2010, and this one has a lot of videos on it, man. A lot of videos. I'll tell you how many videos it has. Let's just see. Live. About. Maybe it's got July 4th, 2010. It's got just about 20 million hits, this channel. And I think it has close to 20,000 videos. I think it does. It's got over 17,000 videos on this channel. 17,000. And my other channel, Jungle Joe C, it actually has quite a few videos too. I'll tell you, what does Jungle Joe C have on it? Because I got two computers running here. So Let's just see. Jungle Joe C Video Gates, and I have garden stuff on there too from back in the day. It has 6,400 videos on that channel, and it's got just about 7,400,000 hits. I started April 24th, 2012. So I've been making video gates for a while because I got video gates on this one too. There are some video gates on this one. If you look at video gate or just put in CB radio under the search engine or 11 meter band skip, you'll find some old video gates. And yeah, so man, there's a lot of videos on that one. So between these two channels, I have about 24,000 videos. And on my other channel, I got over 1,000. So on YouTube, I have 25,000 videos now. Isn't that insane? That's insane, man. Holy crikey. That's a lot of freaking videos. I've worn out 8 cameras since I started shooting videos. You know that? 21, skip blend, dirty diapers on. Yeah. Anyway, there we go. It's all good. Anyway, so I posted Steven's picture there, and I'll wait for some comments on that. I'm sure people are going to comment on that beautiful Joshua tree. That is just absolutely amazing. So it just shows to show you how good that climate is in Idaho for growing things like that. That is absolutely amazing. I love it. Great buddy, first time visitor. Thanks for popping in, Jim. That's awesome that you're in here, man. I appreciate you guys following. Do you eat your prickly pears? No, I don't. I don't eat them. They're all show and no go. We have a pretty good sized cactus garden, but I don't eat any of the stuff in there. I just like to look at them. I don't have the heart to rip off a pad there and eat it, but they do sell them in the store to eat. So I'll buy them in the store, the young pads, and I've eaten them that way. Oh, Stephen, I did post some pictures of the yucca I got today. It's over my shoulder. You can see it. I did post pictures of it, so you can see how big it is, right? And I did actually shoot a video. Oh, the fruit. I've eaten the fruit and I've eaten the pads. Yeah, my wife just sent me a message too. Okay, what is government news until language change and evolves? What is this? Oh, man. I just would see what my wife's saying here. Yeah, no, the fruit's good. I find there's a lot of seeds in it, though, but I've eaten it many times. Just went for a nice walk. Wow, beautiful. Look, my wife just sent me some pictures of all of her. Sorry. Cooking chicken wings. Wendy is away for a week. Wendy is away for a week right now. So I'm kicking back. Hey, Racing King, good to see you in there. See, we got some people from my other channel coming here and this channel going there. I'm thinking about hardy citrus hybrids. Yes, we do. Ghost. We have Flying Dragon, and we have two flying. No, we have two Flying Dragons. Poinsettias trifolia. Actually, the Flying Dragon is the contorted one. Contorted and non-contorted. We have Kumquat, which is probably the hardiest of the other ones. We have Myers Lemon. We have a couple of those. We have Pomelo. And what else do we have? There's one other one in there too. But they're not super cold hardy, but the Poinsettias is certainly very cold hardy. Very, very cold hardy. But there's a guy here on Salt Spring Island that grows really nice citrus, and I do have videos of it on this channel. And he actually eats the citrus off his plant. And just saw, oh, did you see the yuccas? Okay, so that, and I did strip, Stephen, I did strip all the bottom ugly leaves off, so it looks way better. It's in the ground. It looks absolutely awesome. So I should actually go take a pic of it. And you know what I should do? I'm going to go take a pic of it. I'm going to go take a pic of that. Hopefully I can get one more picture out of this. Let's see. Yes, I can get a picture. I'm going to get a picture of it, and then I'm going to post it on there for you to see what it looks like in the ground, okay? Hang on one sec. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. And what time is it? That's all right. Yeah, 5:30. But the thing is, they were frozen. They were frozen. It's going to take time. We don't want to eat raw chicken wings. Sounds nice of them. Okay. Sorry, guys. It's like pouring down with rain out there. It is just coming down in buckets. So I took a picture, and I'm going to post it on my Instagram so you can see what the yucca looks like out in the garden. All right. So create yucca. I'm going to title the video Yucca Propagation Made Easy. There it is. Okay. Check it out. It actually looks pretty cool. I planted it with there's some palm trees by it. Yucca. There you go. Yucca recurvifolia share. So check it out. It is on the Instagram. It's been posted. Yeah. So it looks a lot better in the ground than it did over my shoulders because it did have all the ratty leaves on it. So it looks good with the palm trees. There's lots of palm trees around it. So check that out when you have time. So just post. If any of you guys are on Instagram, I am on Instagram. I'll post my Instagram link here. Where are we? Right here. Here's a link to my Instagram. Let's just see. Well, actually, I got to come over to the other channel because we're doing a live stream. It's weird when I have two computers going. It's not a bad one, eh? Not a bad yucca. It looks better that it's all kind of trimmed up, Stephen. I took all the ugly dead stuff off of it. Okay, so let's join in the live stream. There we go. So I can comment from Jungle Joe C. You see? There we go. There's a link to my Instagram right there if anybody's on Instagram. I'm also on Twitter, right? So you can find me on Instagram right there. And feel free to share pics with me. Anything tropical. If you got radio pics of radios are all good too. I like all that stuff. But it'll look good when it's got a trunk on it. And that's what happens with them sometimes. When you get heavy, wet snow here, it tends to, if they branch, it tends to break off a chunk of it. But the thing is, yuccas are so easy to propagate. And I'm guessing Joshua tree, Yucca brevifolia, is probably the same thing. You could probably propagate Yucca brevifolia by sticking it in the ground, right? Jim, this is for you. I think yuccas would even grow in Minnesota. What do you think, Stephen? Do you think yuccas would grow in Minnesota? I think Yucca filamentosa and Yucca glauca would grow in Minnesota. There's got to be some hardy yuccas that will grow in Minnesota for sure. Yes, I know they get snow and cold, but I think it's possible for Yucca filamentosa and glauca to grow in Minnesota. I bet you if I Googled images, I could probably find one growing in Minnesota, right? What do you guys think? Leave your comment below. No idea. I bet you. I'm going to look at the cold hardiness. Okay. The key is to look at the cold hardiness of these plants. So, our yucca are on every block. Yeah, they're easy to grow and very cold tolerant. Very cold tolerant. So, Jim, I hope you're learning something here. Hardy to zone 5. I'm not too sure what growing zone Minnesota is. I mean, it's probably a couple of different growing zones in the state. I'm guessing it probably would be maybe southern Minnesota might be zone 6. I have to look that up. I'm very curious. What is the growing zone in Minnesota? Let's just look this up. Growing zone in Minnesota. You'll probably find it before me. It is, we're going to find it. It is zone 3A to 5A. Okay. Wow. Okay. So it gets pretty cold there in Minnesota. Have you ever seen Galago's prickly pear? No. Oh, oh, I'm in Southeast, closer to Iowa. Okay, so you're 5A. You'd be zone 5A there. So when I say zones, Jim, there's a zone map in the US and Canada. It's for gardeners. And it's made up of numbers. It starts at zone 0 and it goes to zone, I think in the States, out in the Hawaiian Islands, you're probably what is zone 13. Let's see. Hang on, zone 13 or something like that. It's up there. I'm looking at it right now. It's way up there. So 0 being the coldest and the highest number being the warmest. Our here is 8B, 9A on these islands. So and when you're into 9A, it's temperatures rarely go below 20 degrees Fahrenheit in the wintertime. The lower the zone, the colder the minimum temperatures are. So like Ottawa is zone 5, right? They can get to minus 30, right? Hey, Palm Planet, how's it going? And I think Washington, D.C. is probably zone 7, right? Alex, is it zone 7? Palm Planet is in, yeah, zone 7A, 7B, right? Yeah, okay. So I would say Yucca filamentosa would work in southeastern Minnesota for sure. You're in Rochester, Minnesota. Galagos, I know about, you know which ones I know about, Jeff Gagos. There's a guy down the road from here. He grows a cholla. He grows the cholla cactus, and it's freaking huge, and it's got branches all over it, and it grows to like 7, 8 feet tall. He's got to keep cutting it back because it bounces, it bangs into the overhang of his house. So they're hardy to zone 5. Okay, zone 5. So it actually would work in Minnesota. Some 6 bay microclimates. Yeah, that's like Salt Spring Island. It goes 8A, 8B, 9A. That's the way it works here. So on top of our mountains, it's going to be 8A. It gets cold. There's lots of snow in our mountains right now on Salt Spring. When I'm driving to town, you can see snow in the mountains. And you can always see where the snow stays the longest after a dumping of snow. There's still areas on Salt Spring in the cooler zones with some snow. Long gone here. Long gone here. 6B microclimates. I just uploaded a video of some big prickly pear. Wow, cool, man. Okay, I'll have to check that out. In the DC area, they're bigger. Should look them up. 8 species of Galagos, prickly pears. Tortoise food. Oh, interesting. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Get like those tortoises. We're in Maui and we went to the SPCA because Wendy was thinking, you know, if we stayed there, we go the next time. She wanted to take out a dog to babysit for the day. You can actually put your name in and you can walk these dogs, right? Because she missed her dog. But at the SPCA had this massive tortoise there. And I noticed there's lots of vegetables around it and stuff like that. So I guess that's what they are. They're just vegetarians, right? But yeah, so there's the growing zone in Minnesota. It is a cool zone 5 by 5A. And that Joshua tree is just unfreaking believable, man. I had no idea that there was big. Like I had an idea that they would grow there, but not that big. The Blue Mountains, some peaks are 4,000 feet. Wow, yeah, ours is 2,300 on this island. 2,300. That's the highest mountain on Salt Spring Island, but there's much higher ones on Vancouver Island. Chill out zone, the chill out zone, yeah. So on a day like this, I'm guessing you probably have snow, right, Jim? I'm going to show you what it's doing here right now. Okay, and you're going to say, oh man, that's ugly. That's ugly. Okay, so it looks like this. You can see the rain pouring off the roof because I got to clean out the gutter. I got to go out there. So this looks like a rainforest today. It started raining this afternoon, and then and I'll show you down here. We'll go down here, and it really does look like a rainforest out here. And some people find it hard to believe that this is Canada when you look out. Oh, I smell chicken. I smell chicken. See, when you look outside and you see that, right? You see just palms and greenery. You know, it's crazy. There's palms inside and palms outside. And then here, look at this, right? So that gives you an idea what our winters are like here on these islands. It's a pretty palmy place. And then I'll show you at our living room window. This is the kitchen window. This is the kitchen window, right? You can see behind me the palms through there, right? So it's a wet one. It's a wet one out there. And then here, see, through here. That one's growing too. Look at the growth on them. Just growing like crazy. That one grew 2 feet of trunk last year. Isn't that unreal? That one's just a really fast grower. So those are Trachycarpus. palms, and there's fatsias and bamboos, and there's loquats and everything else growing down there, right? So it's like a kind of a rainforest. That's what it is. So, are you comfy? Yeah. Okay. And then at 6 o'clock, it's going to be dinner time for me. I have to take that chicken out, and I have to make some rice too, I think. Anyway, that's what she's looking like here on the Gulf Islands in this part of Canada. And I know it's a wet one, that's for sure. 59. I talked to a few stations in England today. You know that, right? I talked to York, England. I talked to Birmingham, England. Sorry, 2 stations in England. Birmingham, England, too. Yeah. It is, what is the temperature here? Oh, it's cool out there. It's only 42 degrees. 42. It's a cool, wet afternoon, 5:43. I've seen colder in Vermont. And really? Cool. And it'll work there for sure. I mean, there's cactus that grows. Hello, and Androcotinus, man. Good to see you in there. It is there's cactus native to Alberta because I've seen it. I was staying at the Super 8 motel one time in Drumheller, and Drumheller gets very cold, very, very cold. Yeah, it's funny. I talked to Ireland. I talked to a couple stations in Ireland today, and even yesterday, and they had snow up in Northern Ireland. I talked to Cork, Ireland today. Cork, a guy in Cork. His name was Dara, and he was in Cork. Cactus are native to 45 to 50. Yeah, I believe it. I see a lot of cactus growing in Hawaii too. You know that. Tons of cactus growing in Hawaii, but I don't think there's any native cactus there. It's kind of like huge. I got videos of them here. Huge prickly pears, 15 feet tall. They're like trees growing on Maui in near McKenna Beach. And you come out of McKenna Beach, and the first thing you see is this kind of like wasteland with acacias and giant cactus opuntia growing with massive pads on them like that. Wild opuntia humifusa. Yeah, we don't have any of that here. We just have the wild native opuntia fragilis, right? That's pretty cool. We have that growing in our garden. I planted it, but it ain't native here. But it's hardy, and the thing is drainage too. They like good drainage, but they can handle worse drainage. I think humifusa can actually tolerate wetter soil than most cactus. There is no cactus native to Vermont, Maine. Very old guy had a farm. Oh, cool. And kiwis. Oh, yeah, no, he'd grow the hardier kiwis. There are mulberries are hardy, and then the hardier kiwis are Actinidia colmacitka and Actinidia arjuta isaiah. That is the smaller kiwi, like a grape, and the less hardy ones are what we grow as Actinidia deliciosa, which is the fuzzy. We grow the fuzzy kiwis. We have the big ones. We have big kiwi vines in our garden planted 3 decades ago. And they grow like freaking weeds. Got to keep cutting them back. They grow up into the trees. They're everywhere. And the leaves on them are fuzzy, and the stems are fuzzy too, which are kind of cool. I like kiwis. You know, there's more vitamin C in a kiwi than an orange. That's what they say. Got to Google that. Yeah, kiwi berries. There you go. Those are the hardy, self-fertile kiwis, right? That's what they are. Let's just see what we got here. Very nice. I'm pleased all you guys are joining in here today. That's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. And you know what? We're only how many days away from spring are we now? When is spring? When is officially spring this year? Let's see. Is it the 21st? When is spring? When is spring? There we go. Just kind of March 20th. Okay, thank you. See, man, you guys are fast. Yeah. Anyway, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to spring and the warmer weather and just being out in my shorts and flip-flops, man. It's one of my favorite times of the year. One of my favorite times of the year. Pakistan mulberries grow in Canada. Yeah, there's mulberry trees here on Salt Spring Island too. We grow olives here too. There's lots of olives. Hey, did you plant those olives, Stephen? I know Stephen got some olives. There are some very nice prickly pears down here. I bet there are. They would thrive in Idaho. If that Joshua tree is thriving in Idaho, the prickly pear would thrive too, no doubt about it. I like mulberries. They're actually quite good. 8 more days away. Oh, thank God. I get tomorrow off too. I get tomorrow off, and I am looking forward to it. Yeah, I am looking forward to it. I like having my 4 days off. Yeah, it's planting season. Planting season. It's a good season when you can start planting your palm trees, right? I do actually plant year round here. I plant palm trees in every month of the year, but they say it's better to plant them in the spring. But I honestly have not seen a difference. I've not seen a difference in me planting the palm trees. No difference in growth or anything, right? So um, it's coming. 8 more days. I'm going to be planting needle palms, sable minor, trackies around town. Cool. And that's the thing where you are. You get a lot more heat in the summer, so those palms will just love it. Heat lovers, right? Just ordered sable minor online. Can't wait. Oh, you did get one online. Cool. What ecotype is it, Stephen? I'm curious. I'm curious what ecotype it is. I mean, there's so many different ecotypes of sable minor, right? They say the hardiest are McCurtain and Warren City. There's some up in um, northern North Carolina. Those are good ones too. Those are actually really good palms. I have some of those in the greenhouse. I got some blue sable minors in the greenhouse too. They grew from seed. I got 2 trays of blue sable minor at the library and such. Cool. Good for you, man. That's awesome. Not sure what ecotype is survived in northeastern. Oh, then it's hardy. If it survived in the Buckeye State, then it is hardy, man. Awesome. Good for you. Wow. That is awesome. And you know what? You'll get seed where you are. Yeah. You know what? That'll be so cool. Make sure to post some pictures of it. Have you heard of Apos? No, I'm not too sure what that one is, Jeff. What is it? It's obviously some tropical plant, right? Let's just see. Somebody comment. I have 2 in Dallas Garden. They are about 10 feet high and so this guy says he has. I'm just reading my comments on my Facebook here. I posted a picture of all the palms growing in the forest. This guy says I have 2 in my Dallas garden. They're 3 meters, 10 feet high, and a little wider, and about 40 years old. Holy cow! Wow. I better tell him this. Are There we go. So he lives in Dallas, Texas, and he says, I have 2 Trachycarpus palms in my garden. They are 10 feet high and 40 years old. I said, some of my palm seedlings planted in 2001 are 30 feet tall now. Let's just see. It is a climb extremely rare American ground nut. Oh, cool. No, don't have that one. Some sable minor and my local gardens produce seed. Cool. I've only seen them up in this area produce seed once south of Vancouver in Surrey. The gardeners at the Smithsonian Museums actually cut off the seed stalks. Oh, that's so cool. They should just leave them. Let them naturalize. I have tons of sable minor seedlings here in southern. Wow, cool. Yeah, I've never seen. You know what? I can't say I never. I have a few that have popped up in our garden, but not from my palms. It's seeds that I've dropped, and they're growing in with some Trachycarpus seedlings. They're not Trachycarpus. They're sable minor seedlings. So there are some that have popped up in the garden here too, down in the propagation area where I'm dealing with a lot of seeds, and I drop seeds here and there. And so the seedlings growing everywhere, but some of them are sable minor seedlings, but they aren't naturalized. It's seed that I must have dropped when I was planting them, right? And there's a few of them coming up in the nursery. I was like, oh, there's sable minor coming up. That's kind of cool. I just leave them. If I ever sell this place, somebody might just rip everything out, right? Maybe they won't like palms. Wonderful. The date mom would be happy. There we go. Somebody would like to grow a date palm in Victoria. Short term. Prickly pears can get as big as a person's house. Wow. Wow. You should scatter sable minor seeds down. I don't think they would work down there because I think it's just too cool under the trees in the summertime. It just I mean I could try. I mean some of them might come up. You never know. You never know. It would be a good experiment, that's for sure. I always think, nah, they probably wouldn't come up down there, but probably because it doesn't get enough sunlight. But um, yeah, it could. They might work. They might work down there. I've had other people say that before too, right? So, yeah. I was contact 459 for land. Nice. Okay. I'm answering questions on here too on my comments. Talked her out of the mobile this morning in a contest. Yeah, they grow naturally in very shady spots. Okay, well, they might work, Palm Planet. They might work here. Huh. Very cool. Very, very cool. Maybe I should plant some down there. This guy might fix my amp in Victoria. Cool. Cool. They grow naturally in very shady spots. And I know, yeah, I collected 3 Tracky seeds from an old one right along the coast of Myrtle Beach. Tell you they're old, but they passed the float test. Oh, cool. Cool. And you don't even have to soak them. Seriously, you know what? You can actually just plant them, sow them as is, and they will grow. They will grow. So, you know what? I'm going to have to run soon. I got dinner in the oven and my chicken going to burn, man. And I didn't want my chicken to burn. I got chicken wings. We're doing chicken wings tonight, and I can smell that chicken. And I got to cook some. I got to get some rice on there too. That's what I got to do. Let's just see here. Okay, yeah, I'm answering questions on other palmy things here. Do you guys have any white birch growing there? No, no, I can't say no. There's 2 of them growing in a park in town, but they're very rare. You just rarely ever see birch trees out here. They don't do well on our island. It's too rocky, but there's a moist spot down in Peace Park. When I worked in parks, as I was mowing around those birch trees, they peel the bark kind of comes off. And I mean, they're nice looking trees, but they are deciduous, right? They, in the wintertime, they kind of look like they're done, but they are beautiful. The trees are nice to look at. The bark on them, I like that. They are very, very beautiful trees, kind of like eucalyptus or the snow gum, right? Cool. Okay, there we go. Okay, guys, do you have? I gotta go. I have to go to an hour at least. Do you have any discordia? We have a lot of them in New Hampshire here. We have a lot of them in New Birches. Yeah, yeah. They don't here. There's mostly evergreen trees. So we have native arbutus. We have Douglas fir. We have yew trees. We have manzanita. Yeah, it's mostly evergreen this island. So when you look at it, it's very green. Probably 90% of the flipper seeds I planted have sprouted. I didn't use a bagging method, sprouted them like veggie seeds. Wow. Cool. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing, man. That's cool. I love Washingtonia palms. I just wish they would be long term here. Unfortunately, they're not. You know, they're just not. It'd be nice. That's one palm I would grow, and I know they're overused in a lot of places. Like you go south and they're like everywhere. But you know what? I would plant them still. I would definitely plant Washingtonia. No, 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 it's not. There's also Pacific wax myrtle. Look that up. I got videos of them here. Pacific wax myrtle is another tree on our coast. They're absolutely beautiful. We have one, two, three. We have 3 or 4 of them in our garden here. Ours are not that big. They're about this high. But Pacific wax myrtle is another evergreen tree only found here on the west coast, right along the ocean, out on the islands. Actually, they're only found on the islands. The west coast of Vancouver Island, the wax myrtle tree. And arbutus are another beautiful tree. We have towering ones on our property, towering, 120 feet tall. How about dandelions? Dandelions, we got lots of those here. And you can use dandelions. You can eat them. I got to go check out the chicken. Hang on. 1B, I'll be right back. Okay, gotta check out the chicken. Check out the chicken. Smell it. You want the crispy skin, but you don't want it burnt. Okay. Okay, guys, chicken's coming along just beautifully. Nice crispy skin. Gem State Tropics. Thanks, buddy. Well, you better come up to Canada sometime so I can give you some palm seedlings and some seed so you can sneak it back. And you know, the last batch of palm seeds I sent to Eastern Washington, I believe they did make it to Eastern Washington. So sometimes the palm seeds make it through. Need to head out. Thanks for coming in, Stephen. I always appreciate you and your support of the channel. And dude, come out and visit sometime. And like I say, I will be pulling some palm seedlings out for you. The last guy that was up here from Washington, I gave him a handful of palm seedlings, and he did get them back to Washington State. I'm sure you look like a good guy. Me, they're going to stop at the border. Me, they always stop and they ask questions. And at the, you know what it is? It must be the tattoos. And my tattoos aren't bad. I mean, I got plants on me and stuff, right? You know what I mean? They're not bad tattoos, but maybe they just think I look sketchy or something. But last time they took away all my seeds, which totally sucked. I had pockets full of palm seeds, and they took them all. DC would be good too. DC would be a good place to visit, right? And even Southern California, you go to that park in San Diego, and there's full of jubaeas, right? Full of jubaeas there, man. Anyway, thanks a lot, Stephen. Totally appreciate it. Join that group. If you do get on Facebook, join People Who Love Palm Trees and Exotic Plants. I did post your picture on there. I said it was taken by my friend Stephen in Idaho. So I think people are going to be blown away by that Joshua tree there, right? Lots of palmy people to visit out there. And these palm people are good people, just like radio people. Radio people are good people too, right? I mean, there's a few, dipwads anywhere you go. But on the most part, 99.9% of them are good people, right? That's just the way she goes. Anyway, I can smell that chicken cooking. I can smell it cooking. So I should roll soon too. I got to get out of here. I got to help with dinner. It's Wendy's daughter's here, Krista. So we kind of hang out at night and we watch some comedy. We watch Just for Laughs. We like to watch the funny show, and we're gonna eat some chicken wings. And then I have coconut cream pie for dessert. The other night I bought a banana cream pie, which was totally awesome. So anyway, guys, cheers and beers to all of you people out there in exotic plant land. See, on the other channel, it's DX land or Skip land. You guys are in exotic plant land. So I will see you next time around. Thank you for tuning in. I always appreciate you guys being there. Tonight was pretty good. There's a lot of you guys in there, right? Sometimes I'll do a live stream here. It's like, it's kind of dead. It's kind of dead. So yeah, thank you there. And Andro, I gotta pronounce that. Andro Knotinus, man. You gotta give me your name. What's your name? Bye. Bye, Palm Planet, Alex. Have a good one out there in DC. And have a great night, everybody. Thanks for joining in. I'll make sure I do another live stream next week. So it'll have to be maybe next Thursday, maybe after work or something like that. Eli. Okay, I can remember that. Eli, take care, buddy. Have a good one out there. Now it's just hard for me to pronounce that. Anyway, cheers and beers to you guys, and have a good night. And I know, Sandra, if you're still out there, have a good one, buddy. Always a pleasure to have you guys here on the live streams. And if you guys ever visit out here, I'll make sure to send you home with a bunch of my palm seedlings. We have no shortage of palm seedlings here. I just have to pull them out of the seed flat. And I gave some to some people in Nova Scotia the other day. You know that. We had people staying at our B&B last week. See you, Sandor. We had two ladies from Nova Scotia stay at our B&B. One was from Yarmouth, and the other one from another place in southern Nova Scotia. And I asked them about palm trees. She says, no, we haven't seen any palm trees in Nova Scotia. And she says, I don't think palm trees would ever survive in Nova Scotia. It's just way too cold there. I says, well, I'm going to give you some palm trees. So I gave them each some seedlings, and they're going to plant them there. I says, mulch them with leaves and keep me informed on them, keep me updated. I gave them my card. So some more of my palms are going to Nova Scotia. They're back there now. I've shipped a lot of them to Nova Scotia. Awesome. See you guys later. See you, Cal. Enjoy the warm weather out there in the UK. Adios, amigos. Cheers and aloha, and shaka wave from our islands to wherever you guys are. All right. Take care. Thanks, everybody. See you, Jeff. Have a good one out there in exotic plant land. Until next stream. It's been fun. It's always fun. See you later, alligators. We're out of here.